All right. Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Good to see you. Last day of October. Captain Jack coming to you. All right. Hope you guys have a great day out there. You got to have fun. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. So good to see everybody. You know, I remember one time before I got started in the network marketing profession, I would have looked at this as weird this morning, just so you know. Like I would have looked at myself and went, I'm talking Mark McConnell. I'd have said, you know what? This is a little weird because I was a suit and tie guy. Like you had to be serious at work. Like you don't play around. And then I got involved in network marketing and realized, oh, you can have fun and do this. Like this is actually fun. So good to see everybody. So if you're not laughing yet, we'll just hang on with us. We're gonna get you a little more energetic. So the word for today, we picked ghost for Halloween. Yeah. So if you look at the definition of ghost, it's a couple of them. And it's a dead person which is believed to appear or become manifest to the living, typically as an image. So that's one definition. Glide smoothly and effortlessly. I'm thinking about Chris's picture in the back. You got that ghost coming across, gliding through the air smoothly, effortlessly. But then in 2017, there was a new definition given to the word ghost. True story. And it was called ghosting, when someone cuts off all communication without explanation. Most of us think about it in the digital departure. A friend maybe not responding to a text, but it happens across all social circumstances. So I thought about this a lot, and then Cannon Barkley came to mind. Is Cannon still on here this morning? I thought about this. So you go on a few dates and things seem to be going well. You think things are moving forward, and then you never hear from that person again. Now, the reason I thought about Cannon Barkley is because that's happened to him a lot through this journey of life. You know, he thinks he's on the right track. He thinks he's smooth, and then they stop talking to him. So we're praying that doesn't happen to Cannon this time. So just kidding, Cannon. All right. So ghosting, here's where I went this morning. I think I'm more funny than I really am.
I think you're funny too, Coach.
So I come across this word, I come across this quote, and I got to disagree with it because the quote says ghosting is a clear sign that someone isn't worth your time or attention. Now, although that could be the case, here's where I want to move with it this morning. We live in a world where text messaging, private Facebook messaging, like messaging somebody on a social platform. And a lot of times we think of it and we send somebody a message and they don't respond, and we start playing all these tricks in our own head. They don't want to talk. They're ghosting me. They're not responding because they don't want what I got. And in reality, they're just busy with life. Like they're just busy with life. They're raising kids. They forgot your message. Have you ever sent a text message and somebody didn't respond? And you're playing all these tricks in your head. I can't believe they didn't respond to my message. And then 3 days later, they send you a message back and they're like, oh my goodness, I just now saw this. And you had them like going to prison over this deal. Like you were ready to convict them. You were ready to disown them. You were ready to unfriend them. And in reality, they just didn't see your message for a couple of days because they're busy. I share that with you because Don't be so quick, and I'm talking to myself, to read through a message of not getting read. Okay. Follow back up with that person. Give that person a shout out. If they don't respond to your message, call them. Okay. Leave them a message, like respond, follow up, all that good stuff. Because sometimes ghosting is not a clear sign that someone isn't worth your time or attention. Maybe it's just that that person really didn't ghost you at all. They just didn't see it. So that was my thought this morning with ghosting. Andrea, I'll turn it to you. It's hard to even look at myself in the mirror, in the window, in the picture this morning. So
Well, I've got to say, thanks for being such a good sport, because I know this probably isn't like your idea of a good time, but I thought it was super cute. So happy Halloween, guys. And I looked into some things that we should ghost in order to be happier and healthier humans. So, what can we let go of? What can we walk away from in order to be just better people all around? So, first of all, that negative self talk, I think it would be a very good idea to let go. I think I'm funny too. I think it'd be a great idea to let go of that negative self talk. So, replace that self doubt with some self compassion. Challenge your inner critic and focus on, your positive affirmations of the things that you're, proud of yourself for. Focus there. Next, we can ghost those unhealthy relationships. So sometimes we need to cut ties. Sometimes we need to love people from afar. Those people that are those energy vampires that surround, that we can surround ourselves with, that drain us. And instead, replace those humans with supportive, positive individuals. Next, let's ghost procrastination. Is anybody else guilty of this? You think, I know that I think I can do things perfectly and I never can. So I procrastinate and procrastinate until I can get it just right. And then I just don't get anything done. So let go of that, procrastination. Stop delaying those important tasks, break them down into manageable steps in order to reduce your stress, improve productivity. Right along with that is letting go and ghosting unrealistic expectations. So let go of that idea of perfectionism. It doesn't exist. Like there's only been one perfect human. Sure isn't me. So embrace that progress over perfection. Next is clutter. So ghost the clutter in your life. I have somebody at the house today, and as I was trying to scurry through and kind of pick up a little bit so that he'd be able to get some tasks done, I thought, man, if only I would declutter, wouldn't I be a happier human? Because there'd be so much less to pick up and deal with. So a tidy environment can help lead us to a clear mind, reduce our stress, and just make everything a little bit easier. Next is to ghost that excess screen time. We've talked about this. I am so guilty of getting sucked into the scroll. I have a real, that's kind of pun intended, a real problem. REEL. I love comedy. Like if it makes me laugh, I can be in there all day. So I am watching like ridiculous comedy shorts. Half of them aren't even funny because it's like somebody's neighbor is filming, like it's not even professional, but I still find it entertaining. And I need to reduce that because it just stresses me out when I don't get my chores done because I was too busy scrolling. So limit that mindless scrolling, create some boundaries around technology to prioritize the things that truly matter, like being with the people you love and spending time with them. Next, ghost those grudges, ghost the resentment. So forgive and move on. Holding on to grudges only harms us. What's the quote you said before, Coach? Something like, well, a grudge just poisons you it's like drinking poison instead of giving it to your enemy. I don't know. I screwed it up. You guys all know it. But holding on to a grudge only hurts us, hurts our mental well-being. It hurts our emotions. And the other person is just off living their life. So kind of the best revenge is to let it go. Next is ghost that negative news and social media. Reducing our exposure to the negative stuff, unfollowing the accounts that make us feel bad instead of making us feel better. Letting that go is going to make us happier. Number 9 is ghosting overcommitment. So say no when it's necessary. Protect your time and your energy by setting boundaries that prioritize the things that truly matter to you. And I'm going to say right there with it is financial overcommitment. That applies too. So, ghost that debt, ghost the bigger bills that you can clean up in your life. Because I'll tell you, it makes everything better when you kind of pay off some things and you have that breathing room in your life. And then lastly, ghost comparison. So stop comparing yourself to other people. We hear that every day. If you guys are a part of our company, we have a Zoom right after this called the IPA Zoom. And it's people sharing things that are working for them. So it's like a win book. People go on there and they share how they're winning. And sometimes when we hear it, we're comparing. And you're like, they're winning bigger than me. They're winning bigger than me. But all that does is drag us down and we lose the lesson. So stop comparing yourself to other people. Focus on your own progress. Focus on celebrating your unique journey and see how much happier you are. So that's what I had today. Some things we can ghost on this beautiful Halloween.
Hey, great lesson today. Great lesson today, guys. We hope you have an amazing Halloween. Last day of October. And we really, really appreciate you. Seriously. Thank you for all you do. We love you. Grateful for you. We'll see you back tomorrow. Have a good one today.
Love you guys.
Thanks, guys.